What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's the second day of that video that I just dropped. If you haven't seen it, go make sure you go watch that first before you watch this. So we got most of the parts that we needed for the high country. We got the tubs, the sidewall kits, firewall kits, relocation brackets, pretty much everything. Today is Wednesday, so it took me I want to say a couple of days before I actually got everything ready, but here's everything that we needed. So we got the firewall kit right here. These are the plates, side plates that go so that the wheel can turn. These are the templates. These are just there so you know exactly how much to cut. The tubs for the fenders, the sidewall kits, and this is actually going to go on the actual wall of the fender. We're going to pretty much cut out most of the intersections to kind of get rid of all those little extra holes that it has. And these are the extra holes that I'm talking about. These essentially cause weak points, so we want to get rid of them, and we're going to cut most of these sections out, and then the new plate will go over this. And once we set the plate over it, it'll be a lot stronger. So, and then we seam seal and weld and all that stuff that we need to do. We're gonna start off with the firewall. That's gonna be the first thing that we're gonna do. I gotta take out some of the harness stuff, gotta check all the bottom and the inside stuff to make sure it clears. It is a long process. It's not something that you can do like really quick. It takes time, but that kit makes a really simple installation. All I have to do really is just make sure that I don't cut anything. I don't want to end up having to pay for anything extra that we need to, so it's always better to take the precaution and make sure that everything is cleared, that you don't have nothing in the way, because in the end, if you do mess something up, obviously you have to be responsible and fix it. So we're gonna get this stuff out the way. I'm gonna shoot some quick time lapses, and that way you can follow along.
Tenis cortés y unos lentes pa'l sol también. Las calles en LA me vieron de morro crecer. El Impala también, con los ochis quemando bien. Un gallo pa'l estrés, buenas raflas, jainas también. Ladeando en el freeway, doble vaso a mí me han de ver. Unas plebes también, el carro tumbado viene. Los de la clave mientras por un gallo, las calles en Hollywood transitando, caravaneando con la clica andamos, y en el Impala los riders circulando.
Alright guys, so we got the lines marked up with the template, and I got all the inside of the wire harness moved out of the way. Pull that down a little bit. Let's see. So we got everything cleared out. We had to remove the emergency brake, which I have right here. And this is no good anymore. We cut that off because of the firewall. goes right in that section, but it's ready for us to start cutting. And I might have to chop off this little section and leave the firewall sticking out a little bit, because this has this little bulge, and we want to make sure that we cover that as well. So I don't want to leave an open gap, so we might have to push the firewall out a little bit. And then this, we're just going to cut around this section very carefully so that we don't have to throw all the harnesses inside. But yep, I'm going to start cutting up and go to it.
Siempre me verán fresh, 1-6 Juan se me ven bien. La tinta corre en piel, son recuerdos grabados bien. Soy mañoso también, si le tientan responderé. Calmado soy también, si respetan respeto bien. Los de la clave mientras forjo un gallo, las calles en Hollywood transitando, caravaneando con la clica andamos, y en el Impala lowrider circulando.
we got the first section of the firewall cut out, and now it's time to mock it up and then see how much we have to cut on the inner section, which is the second part. But I always like to take these pieces off. So I gotta cut this, and then the little inner donut that it has usually stays, but I don't know if this one has the donut or not. So we'll see right now. If not, it's gonna be just sticking out. And we use Tessa tape, and this is like an exterior tape, really rugged, really rough, doesn't cut as easily. You have to cut it with the knife. You can't just, it's the electrical tape, but you can't really cut it, just stretch it out. And like elastic, it's more of a cloth feeling. So this always works really good, so that when it goes through that hole that I just showed you right now, it doesn't actually rip through the harness. But it has its own like thing right here, like protector in the bottom, but this is just an added one. So we got most of the pieces in there, guys, Everything's pretty much tacked up together. I still gotta weld all of it, but that's gonna be a story for tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow and get the rest of it done, hit the tubs and all that stuff. So we'll be back. Well guys, we got the fenders cut up. We got the sheet metal side on there, looking real good. So we got to mount the fenders on first and then figure out where the tub is going to end, and then take it apart, put it back together, take it apart, put it back together. I also got done with the firewall on this side. This got some primer on it right now, and then we still have to seam seal it. We're waiting for the paint to dry and for the inside paint to dry as well, so we can seam seal it. That'll be the last part. We got the wire harness extended out. We got the fuse box bracket already on there. We got a lot of things done. I still haven't done the firewall on the passenger side, but that's gonna be for another video. So right now we're done on this end. We'll probably go hard at it tomorrow as well, but that's gonna be for our next video. And the next video will have like the complete process of it done, and the brackets already put on for the relocation kit, just so you guys can see the whole thing once it's done. Either way guys, I do appreciate you stopping by. Come check us out on the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.